Welcome to Destination Polaris. We are just outside of Bakersfield, California in the small town of Kernville. Now I know what you might be thinking, Bakersfield, Kernville? What in the world are we doing here? And honestly, we thought that as well. But as we quickly found out, this is one of the best kept secrets in California. You can ride up to 8,000 feet, raft a world-class river, and catch trophy trout all in the same town. And you know what? We plan to do all three. Kernville is located an hour east of Bakersfield, or roughly 3 hours north of Los Angeles. So when we got into town, we headed straight for the hills where we met up with two locals, Dave and Bill, and Rob from Polaris.
Never have, first time.
So Dave, where are we at right now?
We're right on this turn here. And we go over here and we're gonna go out here and go out to Inspiration Point, which is about 24 miles from here.
All right. Maybe some old mining?
Yeah, there's some like Brown's Mill and some stuff out there too.
Is there a lot of trails in here?
There is. Actually, this is for my first trip up here with a razor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any chance we see a bear up here?
There is.
Really?
A lot of bears in this area. In fact, if we see a track, I'll point it out.
So the sign says land of many uses. I think it should say the land of many bears. We were only on the trail for a few miles when Dave spotted the first pair of bear tracks.
Oh, here's a bear track.
You weren't lying, were you?
No, I wasn't. You can distinctly see the toes. That's a little one, probably 150, 200 pounds.
Little one, bigger than my hand, is little one.
They get a lot bigger than that. They like these roads, a lot easier walking down here and through the brush. You see them quite a bit on these roads and trails.
So we're just gonna hang out here for a while then? And you're eating food, chocolate, I'm sure the bears love that. Chocolate melting on your fingers. Do you bring a cake as well? The Ranger I'm driving, 45, 50 I could do in it.
These gonna be the bear meal.
Thankfully for me, we didn't see any more bear tracks the rest of the day. But that doesn't mean we didn't come across a few obstacles.
Even the XP with the 64-inch width has been a champ. You know, there was one spot where we had that large fallen tree, and the width, ironically enough, was probably about 65 inches wide. So even with a natural obstacle in the way, we're still able to get through with the XP.
Oh no!
Not a problem.
Can we jump it? Which way are we gonna move it?
We're going this way. On three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think it's perfect.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good job.
Yeah! That way.
I think this is the old Moreland mine, but I don't know a whole lot about this one.
What were they mining?
But this is probably gold.
It's dark.
Gets dark, that goes way back in there.
Do we have a volunteer to drive in? We've been on trails all over the country, and we've never found an old gold mine where you can just drive right into it. Our guinea pig, Rob, you ready?
Ready?
Yep. Nice, look at this.
We going?
That was awesome. Now, I'm gonna ditch the guys here just for a little bit and head back into town. It's kind of hot out, and I'm ready to cool off.
We're gonna be rafting on the lower Kern River. This is Lake Isabella. This is the mighty Kern River.
Now, if you're gonna raft the Kern, you need to do it with mountain and river adventures.
We've been in business for 23 years. We also mountain bike, rock climb, team build. We have a campground, SUPs on the lake and river.
So welcome aboard. Well, we're just getting geared up. Everyone's getting loaded up for the boat, the trip today. We're heading down to the lower Kern. It's a special day. The river's still up, so let's go have some fun.
John and his crew know all the in and outs of this world-class river.
We're gonna be hitting a Class 4 river on the lower Kern. We're gonna see some big waves, big drops, a lot of beautiful scenery.
This is probably one of the well-known rivers in the United States. The Kern is really the next place to get your bucket list done on.
All right, guys, welcome to the Kern River. This is the lower Kern, a section called the Big Five. We're gonna be hitting 5 Class 4 rapids this afternoon. And the key to getting down this river is everybody paddling. We're gonna be taking paddle boats down the river, which means essentially you guys are the engine.
I think we did fantastic. Paddlers did great. Guides did stellar, of course.
Guide, John, is phenomenal. Totally took us to the right spots, took us where it's gonna be a lot of fun and safe at the right time. And then the ride, fantastic. There were a couple of sections in there where it got a little hairy. In fact, a section called Harry Carry.
We had a couple swimmers in a couple sections, but it was okay. They all got back in the boat good.
The water temp's like 70 degrees, so we got to float a little bit outside of the raft down the river when we weren't riding.
It was hot sun, cold water, nice splashing, a little bit of workout for everybody. Just an awesome time all the way around. Really nice.
You'd hit a rapid, cruise for a little bit, hit another rapid, cruise for a little bit. This is a world-class place.
It's a place away from everything. And for the movie industry, it was the ideal place to do a Western.
We stopped by downtown, and you can tell it still has that old Western feel.
Well, first off, people didn't bother them. This was a movie town. We had a hotel that was built for the movie industry. And up here are 2 of the actors in Treasure of Sierra Madre. Most of them were made because they were looking for trees and rocks and a river. And we have all of them. That's the Kern River. Fastest flowing, quickest dropping river in the United States. This is Tony, this is Sydney. The Historical Society was founded in 1963 and 64. In 1970, they decided they needed a museum. We eventually bought this property here, and that was in 1990. The biggest attraction that we have is this stagecoach from the picture Stagecoach, 1939 Academy Award picture with John Wayne. Stood on this box, looked over the top, in essence was guiding the stagecoach across the water, which was raging at the time.
Now, if you take the drive 15 minutes outside of town, you'll find hundreds of miles of trails.
And this is what we call the Paiute Mountains. This is part of Sequoia National Forest.
We've hooked up with locals Dave and Bill and Rob from Polaris as we head up to over 8,000 feet.
We have a little bit of everything. We have forests and meadows. There's giant sequoias. To the east of us is the desert. A lot of different country up here.
It's always nice to get a new experience. I never had any idea that you'd come up here and camp, and what nice trails it was, and what kind of scene and view up here is just unbelievable.
For me, it's been a phenomenal experience because I would never find this on my own.
So far, we've seen plenty, including bear tracks. So how big are we talking this bear, maybe?
150, 200 pounds.
And an old gold mine that you can drive right into.
Well, it's funny with Bill, he grew up here his whole life. Even he's discovering new places that he didn't know about.
A lot of them are old stock drive trails the cattlemen use. This trail we just came in is a new one for side-by-sides and quads.
No, I kind of like the more technical stuff, so kind of where the terrain's a little more varied with the different elevation changes and the suspension kind of oscillates.
On the way up here, I kept seeing these little side roads, and I kept thinking, I'd like to see where that went. Oh, I'd like to see where that went.
This road we're on here was built to go to this lookout.
Dave, do you know where you're going?
I do.
Nice.
This is used to be the old Paiute fire lookout. There was a tower here and a person would stay in here. You can tell by looking around they had a 360-degree view for spotting fires.
So what happened to the tower?
They started just closing them down.
This one's awesome.
Yeah.
What are we, 82, a little over 8,200 feet?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, I probably came here 25 years ago and the tower wasn't here then, so it's been gone a while.
I've never had the opportunity to come up to this level.
The views up here are spectacular. It's like nothing like anything I've seen.
I don't know if I've ever had a better view. This view is 360 degrees, where you can literally see from Owens Valley all the way to Lake Isabella and Kernville, and then back down where the Kern River Canyon is, going back to Bakersfield. You really see everything.
The nice thing about this set of trails is you can go just about anywhere.
So we can go north 3 hours and be at 10,000 feet. We can go, what was it, an hour and a half up here today, and we're at 8,000 feet and something in beautiful country, and we can be at the coast in 2 hours. So we're really lucky. We're in that little central valley. This is really what these machines are all about. You really don't have any spots you can't go over or under or whatever. Bring an ice chest and have water and a little food, and it's a great deal.
One more thing before we go. So I found this piece of Rubbermaid up here, and I thought it was just trash, and I was going to grab it. And then I realized, I looked inside, and it's actually a little logbook for people who've made it up here to the top. So I think it's important that Destination Polaris sign the logbook. Destination Polaris was here. Back you go in your secret hiding spot. By the time we got back to the trucks, I was covered in dust. That's okay. We're headed back to the river to do some fishing with local guide, Guy Jeans. Well, all right. These won't be hot at all when it's 90 degrees outside, right? Well, Guy, I know we're on the Kern, but that's about all I know, so can you help me out here?
We are on the Upper Kern River in Kernville, California. And today we're going to be fishing for Kern River rainbows, which is a native species to California, especially to the Kern River. It's a very popular place. California is home to 10 native trout species, which is pretty impressive, and 3 native trout live in this area. We have the golden trout, which many consider the most beautiful fish there is. And then we also have the Kern River rainbow, which is in the main Upper Kern here.
The name of this area is Thunderbird, is that right?
This is called Thunderbird. For the fly fishers, this is a great spot because you can wade real easily here.
Do I need to watch out for anything here through here?
Yeah, we want to kind of watch where you're stepping right here. Those boulders are pretty slick. Just kind of just take your time. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just make a lot of noises, so don't worry about it.
So you're ready there.
Okay.
Let's kind of walk out here and we'll toss it out here and let it drift around and swing. Shall we? So what you want to do is kind of plop this up.
Yep.
And then we're going to mend.
Yep.
And then let it swing. Yeah. Nice. Thank the girl just on the bottom. Yeah, see that rock there?
Yeah.
Aim towards that. Nice. Perfect. Now you're fishing. Yeah. Oh, check that. There we go.
Oop.
There was a grab. There.
It's awesome out here. It's super duper nice. And I can't catch any fish. Oh. Guy, I was just saying that I have a streak going that whenever we go fishing, I never seem to catch any fish. If it's attached to an ATV, no, there'll be no catching fish to me. So we're gonna rely on you 100% here.
There we go. A little feller, but he's eating. See if we can get one of these bigger boys. Oh, I got a double, you guys.
Oh, a double?
I got 2 fish on. I've never done that on film.
What, you couldn't hook 3?
There it is.
A double.
How funny. There's 1. Get the other one, there's 2.
Seriously, how often do you hit a double?
That usually happens once in a lifetime.
You're telling me you just landed something once in a lifetime?
Yeah.
Well, now we don't have to pay you for anything. Once Guy landed that double, I had to catch something.
It's a nice fish, man.
There we go, there we go.
Little fatty.
13-inch rainbow. Nice. What a great trip. Riding, rafting, fishing, all in the town of Kernville, California. Now all we have to do is make a Western. John Wayne and I, we always have a good time.